Hey guys, it's Jamie. I'm trying to get ahead of myself a little bit because I want to enjoy my last day of spring break tomorrow. So I'm doing just some really simple veggie meal prepping today, and I'll probably make my homemade Lara bars later on after this because my food processor is clean and it's ready to go. I was just checking on it. So today what I'm going to show you is how to just roast some veggies. You got an oven. You don't need to worry about it. I've preheated it to 425 degrees. Once I get all these prepped, I'm just going to toss them in there. Probably for 18 or 20 minutes. I like to flip them halfway through so I still keep an eye on it. If you feel like you're doing a lot all at once, set your timer for 9 minutes. Then when it goes off, you can flip them and then set it for the rest of the time that you need. But really what you're looking for is fork tender for your vegetables, okay? So today what I'm going to put together, these are rainbow carrots. Multiple colors. They taste really good. They taste kind of like just regular carrots. Some of them are a little sweeter. And then I've got some sweet potato rounds that you could cut yourself, but I'm lazy. I'm trying to be efficient here. They cost a little bit more, but it's worth it. I've got nonstick spray, which is like my best friend. I don't use olive oil normally. I just use a nonstick spray. You could get whatever kind you want. I use canola oil. The smallest amount of salt is what we're going to use on both of these. Onion powder. A little bit of pepper, garlic powder, of course. And then I have 2 cookie sheets or baking sheets that I'm going to use because I'm going to do both of these at the same time to get the most bang for my buck. I like to roast vegetables while I'm making like a soup or something on the stove, so it works double duty. I'm going to spray my pans, both of them, really, really good. Get those coated. Dump out my veggies. Let's do carrots on this side. I think that these carrots, they're organic. I don't really sweat whether or not my carrots are organic. If you're going to spend money on organics, try to go with, wasting, or, well, not wasting, but spending your money on greens, strawberries. Also, don't worry about like bananas that are organic because you're going to peel off that outside layer anyway. So I've got my carrots. Now I'm going to take my sweet potato rounds. I'm going to put them on the other side. Since I'm seasoning them the exact same way, I don't have to worry about whether or not I have a ton of stuff together. I'm just going to do everything at once. So, I've got them spread out. I'm going to spray them again. The carrots dry out really quick, so I actually spray them one more time while they're cooking. Like maybe when I go to flip them, I'll spray them again. So I've sprayed both. Salt, I just want to show you how much I measure out. That much. Just enough. If you use a little bit of salt on vegetables when you roast them, it just brings out the flavor of the veggie a little bit. Nothing crazy. I probably won't even use as much as I have here. So remember, I'm doing both at the same time, right? So I'm seasoning my sweet potatoes and my carrots. There. A little bit of pepper. Again, just enough to give it a little bit of flavor, but you could use as much pepper as you want. Pepper is so good for you. Okay, pepper. Onion powder. So if you're trying to cut down on salt, I really recommend using a lot of onion and garlic powder because it gives you that strong flavor that you're kind of used to tasting with salt without any of the damage. So onion powder comes from like a dehydrated onion that then they turn into a powder. I'm being liberal with it because it doesn't have a strong onion flavor when you're using it like this, when you're just sprinkling it all over your veggies. Garlic powder. This is like my best friend. Probably not my best friend if I'm trying to kiss somebody, but maybe my husband. Okay, lots of garlic powder. So I've got them like that. Now, all I'm going to do is toss them all together. Kind of gets them all coated. Make sure they're spread out in a single layer so they cook evenly. Now carrots vary in sizes, like I've got this and this. Some of them are going to be burned a little bit, but it's a good kind of burn. It's not one that tastes really bad. These you might have to leave in a little bit longer, but I just keep them all in together and I kind of cut my losses with the smaller ones. The sweet potato rounds are cut from the same sweet potatoes, so normally, look at that. Pretty similar in size. You could cut them in wedges. You can actually buy them already pre-cut in wedges too, and then you use them like sweet potato fries. I've eaten these as late as 3 days after I've cooked them, so they hold up pretty well to being stored in the fridge. So remember, I've got my oven heated up to 425. I've got everything spread in a single layer. All I'm going to do is throw them in, like I said, 18 to 20-ish minutes. It just depends. Vegetables aren't perfectly shaped. They're not always the exact same size, so it might take a little bit longer for yours than mine. But that's it, and I'll have 2 sets of roasted veggies that I could portion out to where I probably have 4 days worth of sides. Or the carrots, I love to actually take and put a little bit of marinara sauce with, like a tomato sauce. Sounds really weird, but it's delicious. And these bad boys, I love to use as a side with stuffed peppers, or, it's just a good carb to put on the side if you're used to having that carbohydrate. If you feel like you're starving when you don't have a carb, put a sweet potato on there. It's not going to make you fat. Don't think that every carb makes you fat, okay? All right, hope this helps. Bye.